Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I wanted to do kind of a chatty get ready with me type video. I got a new brush set from BH Cosmetics in the mail, as in I bought one. This is what it looks like. I kind of already cheated and used this little angled brush to do my brows. I think it turned out pretty well. I just don't like doing my brows on camera because I don't know why, but I just always feel like it ends up looking worse when I do my brows on camera. So I kind of just wanted to spend some time playing with these. This is like their rose gold brush set because I've kind of been like trying to figure out like, okay, I need to find some brushes that I really like, but I don't want to buy anything with like animal hair. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, so I kind of just ended up buying these. Okay, I'm gonna use a mirror from my Menagerie Violet ink palette. I wanted to use my Certify Affinity 2 because I've been meaning to like kind of get back into using this because I really do love it, but the colors just haven't quite lined up with my fall wardrobe to kind of make everything cohesive. And I'm not entirely sure if it goes with my look today, but I'm thinking if I use kind of like the bottom row here and maybe like some of the olivey tones, I think that would look really cute. I'm really excited about this. I don't even know what I'm gonna chat about because I feel like I've been saying a lot of things always. Thank you for the love on my recent videos. I really do appreciate it. I know the one about like the Jeffree Star palette was like weird or whatever, and I didn't mean to like sound dramatic. It was more like genuine bafflement over this situation, but I appreciated the love there. Okay, so this one looks like it actually has some blending brushes that are a bit different than what I'm used to, which I really like. The brushes aren't labeled in this set, so we're just gonna hope for the best. I'm taking this one. Wait, let me do the beauty guru thing. This is what that brush looks like. What do you think, guys? And I'm gonna take Albert there, that kind of olivey tone, and I'm just going to use that in my crease. Kind of make it grungy and autumnal and all of that. Oh, that goes on really nicely. I'm not sure if I've used that one in this palette before because I know when I first got it, I was very focused on like the more vivid colors, which I love, because it was like right when summer started, so it's, you know, kind of when we're all into the vivid colors, but it looks like there might be some ways to get some good grunge looks out of this palette too, so that's exciting. Actually, you know what would be cute is to do like a halo eye. I'm gonna do a halo eye. So I'm just gonna kind of make the canvas like this, something like that. I don't know whatever beauty guru terms are used. So let's see what is happening in the world of the beauty community. I don't know. Y'all have kind of already had my thoughts on the Jeffree and Shane palette. I'm not getting it. It doesn't appeal to me even if I did purchase from them, whatever. And besides, I've heard so many people like giving it mixed reviews that even if I was attracted to it, I'm not sure, like, because I know like Jeffree's stuff is like expensive and I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of my budget and kind of not buying things until I really see all of the reviews and stuff, especially since I'm about to graduate in May. That's, you know, something I'm trying to cut back on. There are still like some releases that I'm really interested in, like that Melt collection. I set Sephora to give me a reminder on Black Friday to get the Muerte palette. That is honestly a collection that I do think I would use the entirety of, but the entirety of the collection is like $300, and unless I like ever make like total bank, I ain't doing that. I don't think that's necessarily necessary, even though I would be like, I would love to get the brushes, I would love to get the liners, the lipsticks, even the Vita palette, even though it's not like my first choice for a palette. I know it's one of those things that like I know I would use if I had it, even though I prefer the Muerte palette. I'm gonna get Shazad here and I'm gonna use that to kind of deepen everything up. I think that entire collection was so beautiful and like well curated and well done, but I'm going to limit myself to only getting the Muerte palette, and I'm trying to especially like cut down on palettes that I get, but there's a lot that do appeal to me, so I'm trying to figure out like which ones are ones that it would actually be worth me getting, because there's also like the Menagerie, whatever their new lion theme palette is, and it looks really beautiful. Right now I'm waiting to hear different reviews on it. Like so far I've watched Amy Loves Makeup's video, my friend Butte Bean's video, and my friend Annette's video, and so I'm kind of waiting to hear more of their thoughts on it just because it does really look beautiful, but I can't decide if it's something that I actually need because I love the tones and it's really lovely and grungy, but it is still a very, very neutral palette. And I'm not sure if I need to bring in any more neutral palettes to my collection. I'm also playing with this palette today because I have been kind of re-falling in love with the Menagerie Whale Song palette, and I know I said I would only get like one blue and green palette, but that one looks to have like very different tones from this, perhaps, like in some ways. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out, like, is this enough? Do I really want to go in and get another blue and green palette when this exists? So I'm gonna play with this more, and I probably won't like even pull the trigger on that until next year if I do get it, but that's just like some of my beauty thoughts. I'm gonna go with Shoe Babe, something like that. This kind of like duochrome blue-brown shade. There's also that Rebel Rouge Labs palette. I'm using a tiny brush for this. Oh, okay. That's kind of showing up a bit sheer, so I'm wondering, I'm gonna put down a base of a color first, like the olivey tone that I started off with. Just put that down first and then see. But that Rebel Rouge Labs like type O negative palette, I think it's called, or no, their Suspended in Dusk palette. I am looking at that and I kind of feel weird about getting it because I don't know anything about the band at all, and I don't want to be like a poser or whatever that would end up making me be. Okay, let's put on Shubab. And so I've been really interested in that because I love that color story. Like, it's very like punky, and I feel like I could do something really unique with it. I just love the juxtaposition that it has of the neon-y bright shades with like the dark grungy shades. And those are kind of my two loves in terms of eyeshadow, like in terms of colors that I'm attracted to. I'm just gonna blend out the outer and inner corner of this. So I really do want to like, I don't know, I haven't seen like any actual reviews on it because I know it's a pre-order. So that's kind of the thing that's giving me pause. But I am really interested in trying that too. Okay, now it's time for me to do my face. So tell me what you've been interested in recently. I feel like the only makeup I'm ever really interested in like actively buying is like eyeshadow palettes. Does anyone get that feeling? Like, so with the Fluid stuff that I got, none of it is eyeshadow and I love it all. I don't know if it's necessarily something that I would have gotten on my own, but now that I have it, I've been really enjoying it. And it's kind of like, why am I willing to like, I only like really spend my money on like eyeshadow palettes and like sets of things. If they hadn't like reached out to send that stuff to me, oh, I'm not sure if I would have discovered these like really cool and magical things. So I don't know if y'all ever get that feeling. I think it's just because palettes are what we're kind of inundated with in the beauty community, and I don't mind that because I love eyeshadow. I feel like I should be expanding my horizons, especially when I own so much eyeshadow. Yeah, so like if there's any non-eyeshadow releases that you've been really like wowed by, let me know. So I don't have a proper like under eye setting brush, so I'm just gonna use the one that I normally use. I'm just using some eyeshadow. Also, look how far like my progress on my Pan That palette is. Like, I'm definitely not gonna finish all of the shadows by the end of this year, but I am happy with the progress that I've made. In cases offered to like kind of take it and use the other shades when I've kind of hit pan on as much as I think I'm going to, just because I am feeling kind of done with it. So we're just gonna see how that works out. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that same shade that I used to kind of set my under eyes up on my brow bone. Yeah, no, this doesn't compare to my favorite brow bone brush, which is the like fluffier end of the brush from the Naked 3 palette. And I feel like I need to bring out that palette again soon because that one is really pretty. And I kind of want to revisit like some old YouTube favorites. Like I revisited my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and now I'm gonna go and do on like my lower lash line, kind of what I did in my crease. But I revisited my Chocolate Bar palette and I decluttered it and gave it to my mom because I realized like it's really pretty. It was good for what it was when I first got it, but now I'm just like, it's really not my style, and now that there is more makeup out there that is my style, I don't have to like settle for stuff that's just like not perfectly what I want. So I'm gonna like, when I go home for Thanksgiving, my mom and I are gonna spend some time. I'm gonna show her how to do some makeup looks because she got like surgery that makes her not need to wear glasses anymore. and so she wanted to learn how to do some makeup to kind of reflect that. So we're gonna have some fun with that, I think. And I've honestly just been loving to do like a really like grungy blown out lower lash line like I always do, but I feel like I've been doing it extra here recently. Is this a trend that I'm probably gonna look back on in a few years and be like, whoa, that was a lot? Yes. Am I having fun with it now? Absolutely. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Shazad. Now, not to be a stereotypical boring adult, but like, how about that weather though? I hate the cold, I hate winter, and if I didn't love the theology of the school that I'm studying in so much, I probably wouldn't have moved from Virginia to New Jersey because this weather is trash. Like, I have arthritis and I can feel it in every single one of my joints. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Chaffee right here and use that in my inner corner. I'm really loving how this look is turning out. I like the brushes because they're just making things really precise, and it's really easy for me to properly kind of get the look that I want. I haven't been doing a whole lot of liner recently, and that's just because my little brush tip liner is fraying so much and I don't feel like going out and buying a new one, especially when looks like this like look so good to me. Not every look needs wing liner, especially when I've gotten so good. Like, I feel like I've been really good at blending recently, so I like that a lot. But yeah, so this weather is awful. We had a gigantic windstorm on like Halloween night, and that just scared the heck out of me. Well, it was actually a small tornado, we found out. It made the national news. I got a call from my parents the next day at like 6 o'clock, and they were like, so we were watching the news and are like, are you okay? And I was fine. But we did get a notification that morning that was like, hey, don't leave your dorms, don't leave your house or anything like that because there's so much like branches and trees that are down. And I was like, okay, like cool, but also I need to do things today. And it was like fine by the time I needed to leave the house. Around that same time, they had also said like, yeah, if you have any like trees that had fallen down on your cars, contact public safety and we'll begin that process, but also don't leave your house to go check things yet. I'm like, you are telling me that there could be a tree branch on top of my car, but that I should stay inside and not go check that. Great, that doesn't give me anxiety at all. My car is fine, spoiler alert. That was just like, are you kidding me? Love that. Love that weather. It's the worst. Now to do the rest of my face. I'm gonna just, I think I'll use this brush. I really wish they had like labeled these in this set, but whatever. But I'm gonna use this for my bronzer and I'm gonna hope for the best. I love this bronzer, and it is the Milani Baked Bronzer in like whatever the lighter of the two shades is. And I love it because it's like nice and glowy, and I love a good glowy cheek. But it's also nice because it is like their baked products I feel like always last for like forever. So I'm not gonna have to buy a bronzer anytime soon so long as this one stays intact. So I love that. And also this brush is soft, soft, soft. All of these brushes really are, honestly. Oh, that might have been a bit much. Oh well. Yeah, this technique I've been trying to figure out because I was watching like a Raw Beauty Christie video and she's like, you know, I feel like we need to bronze more parts of our face because the sun doesn't just hit us on like our cheeks and like foreheads. And I agree because the sun doesn't hit me on all of those places, but I've also kind of been like, okay, but what other places do I try and bronze though? And I noticed she like tried to do like, she did like the middle of the top of her nose in between her brows, and I think that looked really good, but I just can't master that quite yet. And let me see, let's try some highlight now. This is a little bit more of a precise highlight brush than what I'm used to, but I'm really just trying to get a feel for this brush set. Yeah, I'm glad I got a brush set too because I've been like buying individual brushes and being like, oh, this will be enough, this will be enough. Like, no, I really do kind of need a brush overhaul. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Radiant Lights because I've been trying to use that a bit more recently. Yeah, this weather is also like sucking all of the life out of my skin. Like, I swear I moisturized so much before this video and my skin would not let you believe that by any means. So I've been trying to figure out like what skincare products I should be using to just like mitigate that and keep me in my like nice and glowy and dewiness that I really like. But I don't quite know what I should be doing for that purpose. So if you have any skincare recommendations, let me know. Like, I definitely need a new makeup remover. And I'm gonna use a blush brush. I think this is probably a blush brush. It's like huge. I love a huge blush brush. Blush brush, blush brush, brush. And I'm gonna use this little Milani Baked Blush in Berry More, just because it's like nice and light and I don't have to think too hard about it. Like, I need a new makeup remover. I like that little Dermalogica sample that I got, but like, it's expensive and I'm kind of sad that I fell in love with it because it's so expensive. I want like a cheaper version of that essentially, so if you have any recommendations, that would be immensely helpful. Okay, lipstick time. I brought a lipstick over. Now, where did I put it? So this is the Fluid Liquid Lipstick in Candy Bar. I have been testing out all of the lipsticks that I got from Fluid, and I'm really loving their formula. Like, it's very drying, so you do have to take that into account. I don't mind because, like, I am excessive when it comes to my lip balm, but I really like them because they do last all day, and I appreciate that for the colors that are like, I love their like silver metallic one. That one I didn't have to reapply until for a good like 8 hours, and the only reason I needed to reapply it was because I had some like really greasy pizza. Just gonna apply this and see. I think this will look good. I love totes like this. Okay, this looks really good, and also these smell amazing. These smell like candy, and I love that. Okay, let me spray my face. The spray on this has been acting up, so I might just be like dripping and disgusting, so hopefully that'll make me look less like cakey and gross. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed this like kind of nonsensical get ready with me. I know it wasn't like anything of substance or anything like that, but I just wanted to put on makeup and try some new brushes, and I have enough time between now and my next thing to go and wash my brushes, so that way I can use them again soon and have them all nice and clean. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you on my next one. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!